there. Looks like you've been out for a while now. Might have been my fault as I haven't been here to wake you up for more yapping. Luckily, there's not much more you gotta listen to. It's just a few more albums. I think I can get those out of the way. But yeah, I hope you had a good sleep last time you were awake. Well, we were talking about, let's see, I believe, yeah, it was the wall. And now, I guess, a little bit of context as to where we'll be going is so, as I stated last time, The Wall, I originally thought was the last album that Roger Waters had worked on. However, he did also work on the final cut to the songs that didn't make the cut for The Wall. But we did talk about that a little bit last time, and unfortunately, I don't know a lot about the album, just besides some of the songs were used in the movie The Wall, and that, yeah, that was basically the last time the band had worked with Roger Waters. But we'll be getting into the post-Waters era, where the music was mostly led by David Gilmour. He brought Richard Wright back in, and Nick Mason has, well, been throughout all of the albums. So, a real trooper. I guess a very likable guy, which I've seen him live, and I don't think you could hate him. At least you couldn't stay mad at him for, well, he's just got one of those faces. He's just got one of those vibes. But yeah, so we'll be starting off with A Momentary Lapse of Reason. Now, that one I also don't know too much about. Besides, maybe a little speculation. That being that David Gilmour was kind of trying to give Pink Floyd a bit of a new sound. And, well, it was not very well received, at least to the, I guess, more common listeners who liked their more catchy stuff like Another Brick in the Wall, you know, maybe, well, I guess Money, Have a Cigar, those songs. Only the real true fans liked it, and even then, there were some that were not big fans of A Momentary Lapse of Reason either. The only songs I really know off of that one are, let's see, well, there's Learning to Fly, which was the main hit off of that album. Now, I think it's kind of might be about learning a new skill, or maybe about letting go of past grievances. you let me know what you think with the lyrics I know I can provide. Let's see. What I can remember is so there's a little bit of an intro, and then um, the first few lyrics I can't really remember, but there's then, if I recall correctly, to the point of no turning back, a flight I fancy, uh, something something. Sorry, I really don't know the lyrics for this one all that much. And then there's um, the ones I do 100% remember are across the clouds I see my shadow fly out of the corner of my watery eye, or wandering eye. Yeah, that one is a little bit of a hard one to hear, but yeah, let's see. I gotta keep my eyes from the circling sky. Permission granted, determined to try. Oh, well, the lyrics I said before that actually come after. And then tongue tied and twisted, just an earthbound misfit I. So maybe there's also the feeling of getting over anxiety. The I gotta keep my eyes from the circling sky. Um, yeah, that's all I really know. So this talking about a momentary lapse of reason may be a little short. But then the other song I know is called Sorrow, which, as the title kind of states, it's well, about sorrow, about, well, everybody goes through it, and well, that's all I can really say. Um, yeah, unfortunately, there's not much else I really know about this album. Um, let's see, and then there is the next album, which came out, I believe, 1984, 85. I got the record right here. This is a Japanese import, so I can't really read Japanese. But yeah, or wait, I think it was sometime in the 90s actually. But yeah, this is the Division Bell, one of one of my liked albums. It's not entirely a part of this world. I guess it's ethereal. But yeah. And so, momentary, or sorry, that was the last one. The Division Bell was kind of a. Let me put this back real quick. same spot, but I'll find it. And so, the division bell is truly where David Gilmour found the Pink Floyd sound again. Um, and yeah, containing David Gilmour, as I said, and then Richard Wright and Nick Mason also being in this album. But yeah, and so it starts off with Cluster 1, which is, it starts off kind of it's an instrumental, starts off with kind of a staticky sound, and then it goes into a very calming song. You know, maybe another one of those songs where you just, well, sit out on the porch, maybe early morning or in the evening when the sun is setting, sunrise or sunset, and you kind of just watch either one. Maybe the sun's coming up and you're starting your day, or maybe the sun's going down and you're getting ready to wind down. But yeah, very calming song. Has piano, electric guitar, but yeah. And then let's see. I've honestly forgotten the order of this album, but we'll mention, my favorites. First one being, and I think might be not the last song in the album, but it's in the back end, I think. But yeah, so basically, the song Pulls Apart is talking about, well, kind of just how far David Gilmour and he could have been, I think it was Roger Waters. But yeah, with the lyrics, did you know it was all going to go so wrong for you? And did you see it was all going to go so right for me? And then I think I'm not 100% on the lyrics here, but and honestly, now that I'm talking about the lyrics, I can't remember the whole song. Always see when that happens. But yeah, and so let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think it talks about, well, David Gilmour and Roger Waters drifting apart because of the lyrics I just listed. And honestly, David Gilmour isn't the best lyricist. He does mean well, but sometimes they can be confusing. But yeah, it's a nice song. In the middle, it gets a little strange. There's like a little break part where it kind of sounds like you're at a carnival or a fair. You can hear maybe like what is it, a carousel? You can hear like whistles or kazoos or some being blown in the background. And you can also hear a bell, which I think is to signify the division bell. But yeah, and then the drums start back up, I guess. And the lyrics: the rain fell slow down on all the roofs of uncertainty. I think it was I looked at you, and the years and all the sadness fell away from me. And I think those lyrics are to signify maybe he saw where Roger Waters was at, and he kind of realized that he himself, David Gilmour, was successful. While Roger Waters, he was kind of struggling, you know. He was still making music, but he wasn't part of Pink Floyd anymore. And so, yeah, that's pulls apart. Let's see. There's another one I like is Coming Back to Life, which is well, can't remember how that one opens up, but yeah. So kind of starts off with well, let's see. I think it's an acoustic guitar. And the lyrics start with, where were you when I was burned and broken? And the things you say and the things you do surround me. And where were you when I was hurt and I was hopeless? And then something, something. I took a heavenly ride through our silence. Or, shoot, no, that is later in the song. Let's see. Maybe it does start off that way too. Things you do surround me. I took a heavenly ride through our silence. Yeah, no, I can't remember. And then then it goes, the curing past of coming back to life. And then there's a little interlude. And then the lyrics start back up with lost in thought and lost in time. Let's see, something, something, this dangerous but irresistible pastime. I took a heavenly ride through our silence. I knew the moment had arrived. this one is to signify maybe, well, coming back to life, being a metaphor for David Gilmour getting back out of his shell, or maybe getting out of a depressive state. Not quite sure though. Yeah, but yeah, the guitar on this one is really nice. I mean, every song on this album is kind of has a bit of a dreamy feeling. With, well, David Gilmour can really change his tune, like really going hard at the strings or going really. He's laid back, playing a laid back type of song. But yeah, that's all I can really offer for coming back to life. Let's see, and I guess another favorite would be Marooned. Now this one is another instrumental being starting off with, the sounds of like a beach or a tropical island. You can hear seagulls. I think there may be sounds of waves, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, no, another one that's great for just chilling out, staying on the water. Maybe you're paddleboarding, or maybe you're outside on a warm night or a warm early morning. But yeah, one of my favorites from, I think maybe number one from number two. Pulls Apart has the number one spot. But yeah, it starts off all nice and slow, kind of there's some piano. David kind of shredding his guitar a little bit. And then it starts to kind of rise. And David Gilmour just starts shredding on his guitar. Definitely one I would recommend listening to. And then let's see, I'll give you one more song for the Division Bell. That one being so many good song choices. I guess we could I suppose we could go with Wearing the Inside Out. Now, this one is a bit of a sadder song, I suppose. Kind of, it might be a metaphor for showing your true feelings, like what's on the inside versus what you portray on the outside. But yeah, so this one, well, it's a slower song. The only lyrics I can really starting to choke. It's been so long since he spoke. But with these words, I can see clear through the clouds that covered me. Oh, wait, I skipped a little. I think it was the lyrics before that, and then I'm creeping back to life. My nervous system override. I'm wearing the inside out. I've got this all jumbled up. But basically, I think a song about maybe another one coming out of his shell. Um, let's see. Well, I wish I knew more about this album. Or let's see. Yeah, speculation isn't really coming to me. Head empty. But yeah, and so it's it's a nice song. It kind of starts off maybe I wouldn't say dark, maybe a little sad, but then by the end it's the character or whoever is speaking here. I mean, I know it's David Gilmour is kind of finally, yeah, coming out of his shell and opening up, maybe being more social, maybe happier. But yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't provide more on the Division Bell, and honestly, I won't be able to provide much on, well, the last album released by Pink Floyd being The Endless River. And I suppose there are a couple references to the Endless River in the Division Bell. Let's see, I think it's the song. I believe it's High Hopes. But there's one point where the lyrics go. Let's see. The water flowing. Something something, and then the endless river. Forever and ever. But yeah, so there were, and then there's one song in the Division Bell called Keep Talking, which uses Stephen Hawking's voice. And well, yeah, it is used again in The Endless River. But The Endless River came out in 2014, I believe. So 11 years ago now. But this album was made as a tribute to Richard Wright had recently passed away, and so this whole album was all unused content. I think for initially for the Division Bell. Um, but yeah, so voice lines. But yeah, this album is like 99% instrumentals. Like, there's only one song with actual lyrics. That one being uh, Lost for Words. Or wait. Yeah, I believe it was Lost for Words. I'm unsure actually. Because Lost for Words might have been the Division Bell. But yeah, so that one is definitely about Roger and David and their fights, given the opening lyrics. We bitch and we fight, diss each other on sight. Oh, now remember, it is Louder Than Words. That's the song name. But yeah, so I suppose it was a little diss at Roger Waters, or maybe it was kind of about maybe David Gilmour um, wanting to reconnect. But yeah, a lot of people found this album to be a cash grab because they thought, oh, David's running out of money, and he just wanted to make more music. But if you look deeper than that, maybe that was part of the reason. But I believe it was mostly to remember Richard Wright by. Maybe give him a last wish or some recognition as to what he could do. But yeah, that's all I really know about uh, the Endless River. I mean, the album cover is pretty neat. It's a guy on like maybe a paddleboard, I think, but he's just going across a river of clouds. So maybe that's supposed to be Richard passing into the afterlife, or maybe they thought this would be a sick album cover, which I can't deny it is pretty nice. But yeah, that's the last album that Pink Floyd put out, and that means that's the last time you'll have to listen to me yapping. Also, I got a warning from the store owner. He came back and out of the back room, and he's asked me why I've been here for, well, I guess 2 months. No, he's right there. I gotta go. Yeah, you get out of here. I'm very sorry, sir, if he was bothering you. Feel free to, I guess, take this record on the house. You deserve it. No, lost energy there. Well, that couch is comfy.